Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I edit video games. In particular, this one we're going to be doing is the ice hockey. From last night, we played for a sectional round game, and I want to just show you how I edit the games because you might wonder how I do it. This was the last game that I did for them, which I just got up this morning. This was their senior night on the 7th. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it out. It's up on YouTube now. So what I usually do when I bring in a new project per se is usually use the one before. So this was the game before their last game, the game I'm gonna do now. So what I usually do is I delete all the footage from the last one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit delete. It's gonna delete these files out of here. And then I go to the video file where I make all my files go to. And that would be this file right in here. And then I grab them and I bring them in to PowerDirector 14. And it takes a bit because this was shot in 4K. And then I'll hit back out. And then what I'll usually do is it was against CNS and it gives me a date and all that, but it was also a sectional game. So what I'll usually do is after this loads in, and I might need to leave this down here just so you guys know, just so I can pull up the stuff I need. But so first I input all the files. Then what I'll do, depending on what kind of game it is I'll resave it as a new file. So then when I do go to save it, don't save it over the one I'm currently working on. So what we'll do, this was the second game against CNS. The first one I didn't get, but it's fine, you know. So now the files are imported, right? So now I'm going to go to File, Save As. Pretty much all I do is I take out Mohawk Valley, which was the last game, and I just paste in CNS. And then I'll take out this little dash here because I don't know why they have that dash on the site. And then that's that. And then with sectionals, I will usually put in at the end of the title what kind of game it is. So right here it's going to be a sectional game. So I'm going to do, I don't know if it'll like the dashes, but some programs are really particular about what you can use. And this was on the 17th, so we're just going to change that to 17. Let's see, and then also I got to make it go back to another file area where I keep all my other files. And that would be on my external hard drive. Or is it? So I'm not going to be uploading this right now. I'm just going to edit it so you can see how it goes. But there's the Mohawk game, and there's the CNS game I did earlier this week. So you can see these are all games I have ready to be uploaded. This will be one of them. Let's hit save. So now let's save that as that file. So when I go to upload, it automatically will have those presets in it. So now we're going to go ahead and start the process of pretty much putting the game together. So what I mean by that is when you go in here, this is the first title of the game. Obviously, it's not senior night, so we have to delete that out. So what I'll do is Control Z, undo that. Is what I'll usually do is I'll just hit delete here, and it was in CNS. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna put CNS in, back that out a little bit. We're gonna bring this over because it's a bigger title, and then I'm gonna select it. And I have presets for pretty much every game that I do. CNS is a blue color. There's the blue color I usually use for CNS. And I also have the stats of the game up too. So if I need it, I have it. I'm going to minimize that right now. We don't need it right now. And then I have the date that the game was on, which was the other day. So then if I bring this title up a little bit, you'll see that here's the date. And then I'll just paste that in. Pretty much a lot of my work that I do is I use the last one I'm just trying to get that in. And then, because it was a sectional, I'll go up to the ice hockey thing here, and I'll paste down, and then I'll paste that in. And what I'll now do is I'll make this lower so it fits in there, just like so. And then I will bring this over like so. I'll bring this over, and I'll probably bring this up, so like that. Bring this down just a little bit, and there's the title done. Now, this was senior night, so we have a lot of extra footage that we don't need in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much delete that footage right now. So I'm just gonna remove it, move it all up. Then I got this other title here that I don't need either because that was for the senior night ceremony. So now we're basically where we would need to be to edit this game. So first thing is the pep band was there, so there's a lot more footage. And I always say keep saving your file because sometimes this program does crash, and if you don't save, and this is going to be a quick, easy video to shoot, it could crash. So we had the pep band there, so you can hear them in this. And this, okay, so this is the beginning of the whole. Oh, there's a video missing now. I'm thinking. Well, so we're gonna leave this like that. Didn't input it. Come on, go in here. Yeah, there's one video that it's missing. Because see how it says 101? There's a 102 from before. But maybe I won't need it. If I do, I don't know where it would be. So we're going to skip to here. We're going to move this gap here. Maybe I didn't. Because I have the pep band here. So then we're going to insert this transition at the film. So it's like, it's a movie, you know? So I bring that in like that. And then eventually they come on the ice. And then I zoom into the pep band doing their thing up there. And then they do the introduction stuff, which I don't need to do because I know it's all in one shot. And another thing is, when I shoot a game, I try not to give as many edits as I can. So I try to do it as like, okay, so when I get home, what do I need to edit? So pretty much this game is all shot, not many edits at all that I'll have to do. So next thing is I'll input the next video, which is the game of the play. We're going to insert this, which is, I'll show you in a minute. And then I use the grid for this one, for this position area. And then I'll play it back to make sure it looks good. So this is right after introductions. It's a little choppy right now because it is the 4K video. So that's how I edit that part. Now in the first period, there were 2 scores that happened. So then I got to enter the scores in because there were 2. There was no timeouts called. So what I do is I usually will use a preset from another game. And this is what could take a long time depending on how many scores there were. In this game in particular, there was only 3 scores that happened. One happened about 6 and one happened about 7 of the clip. So we're going to go, let's see. Okay, so it must, not here. Let's see, does it say? 6, I'm looking for about 6 minutes in. Okay, so it must have been right in here. So it's right in here. Now, I know who scored, well, I don't know who scores the first one. But I can look, I got a score sheet picture. So it was number 17 that got the goal. So right off the bat, we're going to go into this other setting, and it said 17 made the score. So we're going to do 17 scored. And who is number 17? 17 is Ben Dwyer. So I'm going to go on here, and it says Ben Dwyer. So then I can just select his name. It doesn't say if he's a senior or not, but I'm not going to put... I mainly only do the senior night thing on senior night, so since it wasn't senior night, I don't have to do that. And then the assist goes to number 12, which is, I think, yeah, Carhart. And he had 2 assists on the day. So I'm going to do that, and then delete this. And I'm just going to paste that in. And what number is he again? 12. Okay. So we're going to go back to this. Assisted by 12. And then I'm going to make this bigger. It was smaller because it was senior night that night. So, there's the first score. So I'm going to make a copy of that. And then we're just going to wait and see what happens in here. Because I need to have it right on where it goes in. And there it is. So we're going to make this, we're just going to make this come out just a little bit. And there's a score going in. Maybe we should move it back a little bit. And I do this every time I do a game. So I try to make sure I know when the score goes in. And again, it's being choppy because of the 4K. Then right after that, about a minute later, now I should make sure that this is the right person, but I'm pretty sure it is because I have the scorebook picture. Right. Yep. So that's exactly what I had here. 17 and 12. So that's where that is. And the next one happened with a different person scoring it. And it was right around here, so we're going to paste that same one that we just had in there. And we'll just move it over a little bit. And again, this was scored by number 6. So who's number 6? Rachel, someone? Just want to do that. Then all we got to do, change this to 6. Oop. 6. And then change it to Josh. And then the other one was 12. So we don't need to do anything with that. See, it says, it says 12 and, is it 25? So it was this person. And, so there was another assist with it. It must be this guy. Let's see, speed, speed man, 23, it looks like. So with this, we're going to do, him, and then we'll do and 23, his name. So then we'll save that, and we'll listen for what they say. But I have it here, so. Yep. There we go. So it was that too. So we're going to click on this again. And we're going to shorten it now because there's another player that's assisted. So we need to make it fit the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this over. And there we go. We got both names. Now, the next score didn't happen until the second period. But I'm just going to play this back one more time. There it is. Alright, so we're good with this quarter, or this period. So now, where does it end? So it ends right here. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to delete this. I'm going to remove the gap here. And now, I should add this in, and I probably will. This clip right here of them coming off the ice, since it was a good game, I'm going to add it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this in. And I'm going to just slice that little bit off at the beginning. And again, you do need to save it quite often. See how now it's freezing up on me? So I'm going to save right now. So I'm going to just quickly, oh, it did save. So that is one thing to know, is you really should save as often as you can, because sometimes the program does freeze up, and if it does freeze up, you're going to be, you know, not looking good. Alright, so let's save that now. Just give me 1 sec. So now I'm going to delete this clip here. I'm just going to remove it. And now, that's done. So, now what we got to do is we're going to add a transition in there. I'll use the grand open, I'll use the grand opening. Why not? So I'll use the grand opening. Okay. And then I always zoom back up to that, and then we'll use this last transition right here. And then again, it has the date and the score. So now what we're gonna do, okay, it's this one right here. So we're gonna delete this clip here. So now we're gonna double click on this, and we're gonna open up this again, and we're gonna copy the information here, which is this. I could add the sectional play in there, but I'm not. And I go back to the transition area. Now again, this is a little bit too big, so I will have to bring it in just a little bit. And it says first period, and as you know, we scored 2, so we're going to put that to 2. And that's it for that. Now, we're going to delete this as well. And we're going to bring this over a little bit. And then we're going to go back to our video clips that we have. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is me saying when I scored. This is the pet band again. And I will add this clip in. So what we'll do again is we'll use this in here. So it fades in. I know it's a lot choppier than it looks like, but it'll be fine once it uploads. Alright, looks like it's the whole song. Okay. So I'm gonna cut this part out right here, and then I'm gonna use a grid, and I pick and choose like what I put in and where I put it and all that. But okay, I don't need it. This is not the right video, is it? No. So we need to remove that. We're gonna go back to here and then have this clip come in. Then do that. And I think, yeah, this is when they had to wait for the refs to come back on the ice before they hit the ice. So probably, yeah, I'll leave it. So then I'm gonna use this transition thing in here. And then right as a, let's see. So probably right in here, I'm betting. Yeah, because they're going to their area over there. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna get more on the Pet Bandit at this point. I try to include as much as I can in them. Okay. Pause there. I'm bringing this up to here. And then I'll bring it up even more. Alright, so in this clip, there was one more score that happened. And now if I look at the scorebook, it happened 4 minutes in on their end, but I think it was 9 minutes on my end. So, and it happened before this. Okay, so it happened after this. As you can see up there, the time says 2. Now I want to make sure if I hit paste, okay, good. And then I'm going to delete that. think it's right in here, actually. So let's hit that, and then... Oh, that's perfect. And it was. And as you can probably see, it was not by number 20. And that would be... Ryan Gethert. I just know some of the guys on the team, and I know that that's who scored it. So... And there was no assist on it either. So we're gonna put that in, and then delete Dryer out of there, and then delete the assist and all that, because there were no assists. It was just, hey, I should make him 120. There was no assist. They don't have higher numbers in any kind of sport. So Ryan Gethert scored that. I think he's a senior too. That was perfect. Didn't have to do much. So I'm going to move this up just a tad bit. Okay, I didn't hear it. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's good. So I'm gonna resave this file. So that's pretty much for that. That there's no more scores that happen during the game, either in the beginning or at the end. It was just the 3 scores that happened, which at this point we have all 3. I'm pretty sure that was number 20. Yeah, 20. Scoring the 3rd period, so we don't need any of this now, except for the videos, but we don't need that. So now we're going to go to the end of this clip, which is going to be right here. We're going to delete this because we do not need that. That's from the old game. So now we're going to add in them coming off the ice again. And we're going to use the same, I think, grand opening, which is, you know, something I do. So grand opening.
Good job, boys. Keep it up. One more period to go. One more period, guys. Keep it up.
And then I'm going to add this transition here. And I'm going to go here. So you can see it does take me a bit of time to edit the videos. Just depends on what kind of video it is. If it's a, you know, basketballs are a little bit easier. Well, they can be. Usually with the basketball, I have 2 games, you know, junior varsity and varsity. But when it comes to sectional time, they only have 1 team. And so that is, you know, a downside. But and then again, this would be 3rd because we scored 3. We're going to back that up. We're going to change the color. And then obviously make this shorter. And then we got everything done for that. And then we nothing happened in the 3rd quarter. The 3rd period. 3rd quarter. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're going to move that up. And then we'll go back to the video section that we have here. And we're going to grab, this was me saying who scored. Here's more of the pep band. So we're going to add that in. So we're going to add our transition in. And then see what else is here. And then we're going to grab the next clip, that is this one here. Wait, is it? Sometimes I have old clips in there that somehow get in there. I don't know how, but it does. Okay, and then we're going to use another transition here. We're going to use a flip here. So pretty much it's going to go from one video to the other in the flip. And then it looks like this is the last period to play. Let's see, does this go right into the game? Or just include warm-ups? Okay, that just includes warm-ups. So the next clip would be this one right here. I'm going to insert that, and we're going to do, I'll do one of these. And then I'll grab this, and we'll put it in right here. So you can see I try to add as much of the pep bananas as I can. Okay, we're just about done because nothing happened in this quarter, so I just want to make sure in this period. I call them quarters, halves. What do you want to do? Right? Okay, so nothing, like I said, happened in this quarter, so we're just gonna wait to the back of the video. Now, at the end of a lot of videos that I shoot, depending on what the score is. Now this one, they won 3-0. So it's called like no one won. I mean, they didn't score any. So I have presets for that occasion. Now this game, the other game I did had the same presets. It was a shootout. The other team never did score. So what I usually do for those games is once this thing saves up, is I have win with the shootout. So I'm gonna put that in. And then I have great game. So, and then the rest are probably just, what's this one? Oh, that was because it was senior night, so we don't need that one. And, great game. This must have been the same. Uh-oh. Why did that pop up? Give me one sec, guys. Alright, so we were looking at this last clip here, and this is the senior one, and we can get rid of that. Did I just delete the wrong one? No. So it's that one, and oh, let's just delete that. Remove. Huh. That's weird. Oh. Can I delete that? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. I made sure that it was really still recording after so long. I didn't know if it was still videoing. So it is. So now I did that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that last bit of video in. This is them coming off the ice. And then I have another little clip as well to piece into that because the goalie wasn't off at that point, and I wanted to tell him good job. So there's 2 more videos to slice in, and then it's a done video, and then I can do a live stream for you guys. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that. So right now we're going to just play back this. Let's see, where did they all go to the... Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so which one? Okay, so this is the one I want. So they win with a shootout. So right here, it's gonna pop up, say Bowser wins with a shootout, or with a shutout. And then after, in here, when they're shaking the hands, I will put this one in. And again, I need to use, oh, sorry about that. In here, we will have to use this. And then we'll just put this in here, delete that. And we'll change this to 3 because people had 3. And then we'll just change this preset to this, and then to this, and delete that. Add a space there, delete that, and then probably make this smaller. Yeah, a little smaller. And actually what I could do is I could bring it back like this, and then do that. I don't need this now. In a minute I will though. Okay, there's that. Great game, boys. Save. And now, what I'll do is I'll use that same transition I just used with the grand opening. And hopefully it works. No. Sometimes, when you do transitions, which is what this is, doesn't work the best. For some reason, it just doesn't want to work. So, what I gotta do is then delete that transition. Make sure I'm bigger. And then try again. So, that's weird. Must have been a glitch.
Win, boys! Win! More Central all the way this week, guys!
Yeah, so you can tell I'm really excited. So right here, we're gonna do another one of, we'll do this. That's no. We'll do this one again. Okay, so we're gonna go right here. We're gonna hit this in. Then we'll do so right here, we're gonna actually slice this up a little bit. And what I mean by is the goalie wasn't off the ice when I ended the video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of clip it here. Now I don't usually do this. I'm gonna clip it here, and then you're gonna see him come off. And I'm just gonna do a drain, I guess a drain thing, and then I'll do which one was this? A great game, and then we'll do great game again here. No, right here. No. And then we'll do we win again, right in front of him. So what I'm gonna do is he goes by, a drain happens, and then the goalie comes out.
Good job, goalie!
And by the way, he is a senior too, so it was a really good game. And then I'll just remove all these. I'll bring the final clip up. There was nothing after the game that I got videoed. I don't think there is. Sometimes the pet band plays a little longer, and so I get more footage, but they didn't. Yeah, there's nothing there. So there's nothing else there. So now I'll add this last transition in. And then again, it goes right into final score. And then again, I would put in the, I'm going to put everything in. So I would do final score. Come down here, paste that in. I'm missing the L for some reason. Must not have selected it. Delete that. And then we'll do Bville 3. And then we'll get the date. And then if it was a different game, I would have to change out where the link is. So we're going to just move that back. And then we'll get the CNS one. So you can see how it does take a bit of time to edit games. And then the uploading is what takes the most time. Because all my videos now, if you guys didn't know, are in 4K. So it takes a lot of time to upload the footage. So I'm going to make that smaller. This is not centered now. That's good, that's good. So yeah, it takes a little bit more time to upload the game. So you can see how long it took me to do that game. It probably took about 45 minutes to actually do the video. Sometimes it takes shorter, just depends on what I have to actually physically do. Again, there was not many scores that happened in this game. I told the guys that I would be doing a video of that today, and then also, after I made this video, probably before, if you didn't know, I'm doing a live stream. After I do this video, I'm gonna, process the video, get it up, do a few things around the house, and then I'll be live streaming. Yes, I will be live streaming a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish off this video. So technically, I could go into these and say boys sectional game, but because of the transition that goes through here, I don't have the bottom half and the top half. So if you look right here, when it fades out, it kind of goes away. Well, let's see. I might change it just a little bit, but pretty much this is how I edit the video games. And then, like I said, this game will be about an hour and a half. So, this is what's going on this week. A little update. If you've been watching this much of this video, I'll be live streaming in a little bit. Hopefully this video goes up before I live stream. If not, and then to produce the video, I just go to produce, and then pretty much because of how I saved it, it should automatically load. It didn't, but I could easily change that by quitting and then come back in, which I'm not going to do right now, because I want to get ready for the live stream. But then, like I said, it's from 4K, so it takes a long. It'll probably about the last one I just did, the Mohawk Valley, took 22 hours to upload. So these videos do take a bit of time to get up. Sorry if it takes a little bit of time, but this is how I edit. And if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below, and I'll try to get back to you on how I do it. Like I said, I will be live streaming in a few hours. Hopefully before this, this will be up before I start live streaming. So I'll be live streaming a lot this week. As you probably didn't know, my mom's gonna be out this whole week pretty much. So I'll be live streaming on probably on Wednesday, maybe one on Thursday night. Well, let's see. The boys basketball game, they lost the other night to Henniger, I believe. The girls will have one on Tuesday in Proctor, I believe. And the ice hockey will be playing Syracuse in the next game on Wednesday. So there's going to be games this coming up week. There's going to be one on Tuesday. Well, I'll be videoing it on Tuesday. It won't be up on Tuesday. And then one on Wednesday for ice hockey again. And both of those are away. So no more home games. But if you want to come out, support the Bees, please do it. I know a lot of people like watching my videos. So if you are a Beeville resident or a Beeville fan, come out and support them as we play Syracuse. It'll be a good game because we played them in the Bali Common Tournament, which was the first game on this channel. Or not the first one on this channel, but the first video for the ice hockey this year. We beat them, but then I guess when they played at Syracuse, they lost. So it's 1-1. The funny thing is, the people that are left are 2-2, and then obviously West Jenny is number 1. So there's a three twos in the round now, and we're one of them. We're playing Syracuse as another 2, and I think the other whoever West Jenny's playing in their bracket is also number 2. So it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna win this now. So we need to win on Wednesday, and then we play on Saturday at one of the big places. So, as I normally say in my videos, I'm gonna have to say bye-bye for now until my live stream.